Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
What brings you in?
I've been struggling with hemophilia all my life, and the last thing I would want is to have my child suffer the same fate.
Yeah, hemophilia is a rough disorder. It is an X-linked recessive chromosomal disorder that stops you from being able to clot your blood. Even small cuts can be serious. As you can see from this karyotype chart, only the X chromosome is affected. In this case, this is a male because he has an X and a Y chromosome. So if he only gets one of his chromosomes affected, then he will be affected by the disorder.
Yeah, I was told that all of my sons would inherit my disease, and I would hate for any of my kids to have to go through the same thing I have to.
Yes, since hemophilia is X-linked, there is a 100% chance that your sons will have hemophilia. If you have a daughter, then the chances are better, but information about the father is needed. To better understand this, you can look at this chart as well. As you can see in this case, the mother is affected and the father is unaffected. So there's a 100% chance that the two sons will be affected and the daughters will be carriers. But since hemophilia is only targeting the X chromosomes, and that means that if the father is affected, then all of the children will be affected, which is why we need to run tests on the father.
Since I cannot have an unaffected son, I want to know my chances of having a girl so that my children can be healthy and live a life without my disease.
Usually, there is a 50 to 51% chance that anyone could have a male or female. A male is more common, according to the UT Southwestern Medical Care Center, but the sex of a baby is more dependent on the father's genetic chromosomes. A man carries both X and Y chromosomes, which, when mixed together with the mother's X chromosomes, can create X and X chromosomes, resulting in a girl, or X and Y chromosomes, resulting in a boy. To give a better picture of how likely you are to have a boy or a girl, a test can be run on the father's sperm called chromosome analysis, which can give a better picture on which gender you will likely have by seeing which chromosomes the sperm carry and only allowing sperm with X chromosomes to fertilize the eggs.
Would the testing on my husband give us 100% accurate results? I would hate to get my hopes up for having a chance at a happy and healthy girl, then be surprised by a boy.
This test would just give you an idea on which gender you are more likely to have, but it's not 100%. There is another option called in vitro fertilization that could guarantee you a girl. To give you more information about this, it's a complex series of procedures to help with fertility or help prevent genetic problems. During IVF, mature eggs are collected from the mother's ovaries and then fertilized by sperm in a lab. And the embryos are transferred to the uterus. A full cycle of IVF can take about 3 weeks or longer. The eggs and sperm can come from you or from a donor. This procedure is very expensive, time consuming, and very invasive. There are chances that multiple eggs could be transferred into the uterus, and you could have multiple births. Babies born from IVF are more likely to be premature and have a low weight. Miscarriage is also possible, with a 15 to 25% chance of happening. Miscarriage percentage also increases with age. Stress is also a big factor with IVF. This procedure can be financially, physically, and emotionally draining.
This procedure seems really scary, and I'm glad I know this option. I would love to have a girl that doesn't carry my disorder, but I'm scared.
Support from counselors, family, and friends can help you get through this. If you choose to go through with these options, you won't be alone. If you are not willing to interfere with nature, hemophilia testing can be done once the child is conceived. For factor VIII hemophilia, signs can be shown early, and samples from the umbilical cord, which connects you and your baby, can be drawn immediately after birth to see if the child is also affected by hemophilia. This works better with low levels of factor VIII because factor IX hemophilia develops later in life and will most likely show up around 6 months, which then testing, if you choose to do so for your child, will be conducted. Before the birth of your child, we will go through the family history to see the past diseases and how likely it will be for the child to be born with hemophilia.
Both me and my dad have hemophilia, and I've seen him struggle with it as well as myself, but I'm not sure if anyone else in my family did as well. I understand that you will go through my history, but are there any other tests available for my future child?
A partial thromboplastin time test can be used as an option for testing to figure out if the blood is clotting normally or if the child could have possibly received hemophilia.
At least there are a lot of options for my baby to see if he or she will carry this as well.
There's also the possibility of adoption. This means that you would be guaranteed a child without hemophilia. Adoption would let you have both a male and a female without passing down the hemophilia disease.
I'm glad to know that I have many options, but a lot of this is very overwhelming. I might need to take some time to think it over and discuss with my husband to see what the best option is for us.
Sounds like a plan. Take your time and come back when you're ready.